second one to review information. Let's now have a look at adjusting general journal entries. This feature allows the accountant user to tag a journal entry as adjusting. To do this, I would need to go, first of all, to Company. I would then select Make Journal Entries. What I would then do is click the box to indicate that the entry is an adjusting journal entry. Selecting this checkbox will segregate the general journal entry determined necessary at a year-end or period end, for example, accruals and depreciation, from other entries that have been made in line with general business. If I select a previous example for you, you can see on screen how this has been done for you. You can also view the working trial balance. This is really handy during the end-year reconciliations, tax returns, and statement preparations. This feature allows you to see the beginning balance, new effect of all transactions, plus adjusting entries. To access this, I would do the following. I would click on Accountant. I select Working Trial Balance, and I can then select the different date range. For today, I'm going to choose this financial year. As you can see, it's then broken into a number of columns for me: beginning balance, transactions, adjustments, and ending balance. What I can do at this stage is I can actually drill down and access further information. So for example, if I wanted to see what transactions make up the construction company, I would double click when I see the bold Z. I can then drill down even further to view specific transactions if required. The bottom left also has an option called Only Show Accounts with Transaction Activity. By selecting this, it simplifies the information for me. Additionally, I can enter notes and work paper references as required. This is very handy as I work through the balance sheet and make sure each account is reconciled to source documents. You can also make adjustments at the bottom right of the screen by selecting Make Adjustments. In the Journal Entries window, you can see a list of general entries which are already entered. What I can then do is show the list of entries. Likewise, I can also hide them as well by selecting Hide List or Show List of Entries. You may also notice on screen that there is a button here called Reverse. This will generate a reversing entry dated the first day of the next month with all debits and credits reversed. This is very useful for accruals at the financial year end. Our next feature that we're going to have a look at is editing the No Company Open window. I'm going to close down the second company that I opened previously. As you can see, it then brings up the window called No Company Open Window. What I'm going to do here is you'll see on screen that I have a number of different clients open here. Now what I may want to do in future is restore, rename and move these clients, and this window can get really full of unneeded company files. So therefore, I have a company on here called Alan's Construction Company. I'd like to remove this. So what I would do is press Edit List, select Alan's Construction Company and select OK. You'll then notice it's been refreshed and been removed. Now that company file is still on my computer or network. It hasn't deleted it. All it's done is simply taken off the list here. Now if you're part of a group of accountants and have had to have your own usernames and licenses set up, you can also use this feature when working on your own preferred client list. So for example, if you just want a list of your clients, you can use this feature so it will prevent you from opening up the wrong file. What we're now going to do is have a look at the various accountant reports. So I'm going to do this in my construction company as shown on screen. Now, the first accountant report that I'd like to show you is the trial balance. This report is located in Reports, Accountants and Taxes, and then Trial Balance. Now, this provides me with a report, and up here I have the date range. So, for example, you will then see further information that will appear for me. Adjusting Journal Entries report is also located in Reports as well. To access this, I go to Reports, Accountants and Taxes, and then select Adjusting Journal Entries report. Once again, I can change the date range to this financial year, and you can then see it displays entries that were tagged as adjusting. There is also another report called the Adjusted Trial Balance report. Once again, this is located in Reports, Accountants and Taxes, and I would then press Adjusted Trial Balance. Now this displays the unadjusted balances, adjustments, and adjusted balances. If I select this financial year, you can then see the full information for you. Also in the reports, under Accountants and Taxes, is the Audit Trial report. Now this tracks all transactions, postings that were entered, modified or deleted that affect the general ledger. Any information that has been changed is highlighted in bold italic. Remember to set each user up on their own user ID and password. If you do not, the audit trial will show what happened and when, but not by who did it. No one should be entering data as an admin user. One other great feature is the Customize Report button shown on screen now. Now, I can run a report filtered by the two date ranges. The report date range, which is the posting date, and entered last modified date range, which is the last changes that were made. We also have a report called Closing Date Exception Report. To demonstrate this, I'm going to open up another company called My Hotel Company. I'm going to open this up as a secondary company, so therefore I'm going to select My Hotel Company and select Open. I can enter in my password and this company will then open for me. To complete this, we would go to Reports. I then select Accountant and Taxes. I would then select Closing Date Exception Report. You will now see that I have a number of transactions which were posted to the closed period. Now moving forward, the Closing Date Exception Report will show you transactions that have been posted to closed periods. Now, since you've set a closing date and password, the only way users will be able to enter or change transactions in that closed period is if they knew the password. The Closing Date Exception Report will show you the transactions that have been entered to the closed period using that password. You can then quickly correct those transactions or leave them be, but at least you'll be able to find them quickly. This is especially helpful if you run a trial balance and find that it differs from the finalised printed trial balance for that period.